There is a rapture prediction of September 23rd to the 24th as being the likely time when God will rapture his people from the earth. If you've been following my content, you know that I don't believe that will happen because I believe that it already happened before 70 AD as a mid-tribulation rapture. And as such, I'm going to be able to get into who the two witnesses in Revelation were, who I believe existed in history according to Josephus' War of the Jews. And yes, this would have meant that these two witnesses would have been gathered with the elect along with the other saints who had fled into the Judean wilderness, along with the other saints across the entire world. And again, I'm saying that this happened before 70 AD as a mid-tribulation rapture, which is actually prior to the seventh trumpet being sounded. At the end of this, I intend to be able to explain why this wasn't reported or accounted for or testified about in history. I believe that these men are Ananias ben Ananias and Jesus ben Gamaliel, who were the high priests of that day. They would have been the high priests in office around 66 AD. They were both very persuasive as they were trying to get the people to stop siding against Rome, and they were seen as traitors to the Zealots and the Idumeans. This unfortunately cost them their lives. Their bodies were not buried, they were just left out in the open to be food for the dogs and wild beasts. Or so people thought. In Revelation chapter 11, we get a breakdown of what these two witnesses did and how they were unalived. Yes, I believe that God gave John these visions, and these visions were going to be made manifest, be fulfilled in time and space and history around 66 AD. It's interesting when you read Josephus' War of the Jews to see how the Idumeans treated the bodies of the unalived Ananias ben Ananias and Jesus ben Gamaliel. It seems like they were celebrating. This celebration was exactly what Revelation chapter 11 prophesied. But here's the clincher. Is it possible that Ananias and Jesus were actually gathered with the elect? I mean, we simply get this verse that says, "Come up hither" in Revelation chapter 11, verses 12. I think it's certainly possible. It becomes even more probable that it could have happened, and all of the witnesses who would have seen them being resurrected and then ascended by cloud into the air would have been unalived by the Roman armies. Nobody would have really survived that, and so we don't have any witnesses. They would have been casualties of war. Follow me for more.